Why is LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers failing? Look, LeBron James is an unbelievable talent. He's a beast. He's number one in history or number two in history, second to Michael Jordan. Everyone says it all the time. He's either going to go down as a legend, the man, the guy who did it all, or the number two guy who didn't, right? That's the argument. But here's what I'll tell you. LeBron James is 37 years old. That dynamic trio, when you bring in Russell Westbrook, he's 33, and then Anthony Davis is 29. Anthony Davis has more life in basketball left. Of course, he's younger. But it's not just age that's a problem. The camaraderie is an issue. You're bringing in a guy that plays point guard from another team who was an all-star on another team. You bring him in with another all-star, another MVP candidate, and the mesh isn't perfect. But that's not the main problem. I'm going to tell you what I think the main problem is, and not many people talk about it. So let me pull LeBron for a minute. So LeBron James is unreal. We already know this information, regardless of how bad he plays later or how bad Russell Westbrook plays later. It doesn't really matter because you can't start ridiculing these guys as they get older. That's just not the way that it should be. But I will tell you, LeBron James is in the league to play as long as he can. Hopefully he can play with his son. Bronny James is an awesome talent. He's coming up. Maybe they'll be on the same team. That's yet to be said, yet to be seen. But what I want to tell you, what I think the biggest problem is the coaching. LeBron James isn't just a player, an MVP, a legend. LeBron James is a coach on the court. And so I think a lot of problems and a lot of things that are existing now with players on different teams, other organizations, and other sports even, is you have players that are also coaches on the court or on the field. And I think it's becoming a problem. Instead of letting LeBron James get out there and do his thing and kill it and play basketball, be an MVP, be an all-star, he's coaching. He's doing too much on the court. The guy in the offseason, he's saying, hey, I want this guy on my team. Hey, this guy's a good player. I want to play with him. And I get it. They believe in who they want, and they want to bring that talent in. They think they can do well. They're buddies, whatever. But it's taking away the coaching opportunities for the coach and for the owners of the team. If you look at the coach that just got fired, do you see LeBron? You see these guys are sticking their neck out for that coach? Not really. Whether they like them or not really. Because he's just another guy, basically, in the arena, whether he's a good coach or not. You got LeBron James, who's on the court, and he's telling people what to do, directing traffic. He's the coach. And the only way to get the camaraderie right, the only way to get things to work properly is to go back and scale back to how sports used to be. Sports used to be you have an owner, you have coaches, and they collectively come together and they build a franchise. They build a sports organization. When you have players like LeBron James on the court, you have someone who knows more about basketball probably than most people in the history of basketball. So he's taking this stuff under his wing. He's making decisions, and I'm sure he's saying, look, I want to play with this guy, and I get it. Look, I get it. I'm not knocking LeBron James for this. LeBron James is one of my favorite players to watch and always will be. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is there comes a point in time where the coach has to say, I'm the coach. Let me pick the players. You play basketball. And I think more than ever today in basketball, in sports, you have people on the court, on the field, in any arena or any sports organization. They're becoming athletes and coaches. They have a lot to say about their players, who they bring in. I get it. If you're Tom Brady and you want to get your receivers, you like that combination, you like that target, it feels good, the accuracy's right. I understand that. I'm not knocking that. I'm not saying that as an MVP talent, you shouldn't have who you want on your team. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is there's a point in time where players take a step back, right? They take a step back and they go, look, let me just play basketball. Let me play basketball. Let me give it my all. Let me get my money. Let me get paid for playing basketball. Let the coach get paid for putting the quality people, the quality players around them. And I don't think that's what's happening out in LA. I think LeBron James has a lot to say about who comes in. And again, I love LeBron James. I think he's a beast. I love watching him play. I just think if LeBron takes a step back and focuses on playing the game of basketball, letting the coach make those decisions, anybody that comes on your team, just ball out. Just ball out. And that's it. We know that these guys want to build these trios. You see it everywhere. The Heat did it. They brought in Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron James. They won an NBA championship. But the minute LeBron left, team was different. Went back to Cleveland. They won a championship there. They went to LA, won a championship there. So it's not that LeBron isn't a beast. He doesn't need Russell Westbrook on his team. Now, I do believe Anthony Davis is a major, major asset to the team. I think having him on the team is great, but I don't think you need Russell Westbrook. And I just think what they should do is build a team around LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and get your role players in there, get some shooters. And you don't have to worry about Westbrook coming in and then the fans ridiculing him and getting on his case, and I just think it's important for teams to start building the camaraderie of sports. Let the owner do what they do, let the coach do what they do, and let the players ball out, get on the court, and make things happen.